Hello, I'm Dr. Papya Bhattacharjee. This problem, we are going to evaluate limits, and that's very fun thing to do. Now, there are many ways of evaluating limit. For this particular problem, we don't have any expression for a function. All we have is a graph. So the graph is given, and we have to evaluate two limits. One of them is, so this is some function. This is the graph of a function, say f. And we have to evaluate the limit of f as x approaches to 2. And the second one is limit of f as x approaches to -1. So how do we evaluate limit when we don't have the function expression? All we have is the graph. Okay, so let's think and understand the concept of limit. What does it mean by limit x arrow 2 of fx? What it means is this x arrow 2 is, it says in mathematical term, x approaches 2. And that means, so here in the graph, this is 2, 4. So obviously here in the x-axis we have 2 and the y we have 4. Okay, so x is approaching 2. That means x takes values very close to 2 from both directions. So x is coming towards 2 from both directions. Again, that means x is actually picking values on this real line, but getting closer and closer to 2. The limit concept then, it says, or what we really have to evaluate is, where is this function approaching to on the curve? So x is taking values close to 2, and then correspondingly, what is happening to the function? Okay, the function, see the branch of the function on this side, it is going to approach this way, right? If x is getting close to 2, the function is getting closer to that point from the right-hand side. And from the left-hand side, when x is approaching 2, on this side, the function is taking values on this end of the graph, and it is approaching to a point. And what point is it approaching to? Both of them coming together, converging to this one point right here. And that point, the y value is 4. And therefore, the function value is 4. So the limit is that value 4. So that's the concept of limit. When x is approaching to 2 from both sides, where is the function approaching to on the curve? And it is approaching to the value 4. So that is the limit of the function as x approaches 2. Okay, so let's do that one more time for the second problem. Now we have to figure out the limit of this function as x is approaching to -1. And notice in the graph we do have a point given, and the point is -1, 1. So the y value is 1, the x value is -1. Again, we have to look at the approaching concept. So x is approaching to -1 from both sides. Here is x from both sides. All you have to do is go along the curve of the graph that is given and figure out where the function, the y, is approaching. So notice when x is coming to -1 from left side, the function will be traveling along this end of the curve. And from right-hand side, the function is traveling from this end of the curve. And they both converge to the point on the curve that is given, -1, 1. So the y value of that point is the limit of the function as x approaching to -1. Thank you.